Welcome back to MXC. Fossils, they exist. We're selling the stuff that's not dinosaurs. Chasmosaurus and Camarasaurus, a match made in C's. We'll focus on the Chasmo, of course, because we want to get these back in the park. Don't currently have anybody available to actually do that, though, so we'll go ahead and dig up more of it. Chasmo there, Chasmo here. That's Styrac. Well, do we want Styrac in this park? I do love me a Styracosaurus. Corytho probably can work too. So I think we'll probably end up having both of those. While this is ongoing, we can take a look and see if those are viable. And a guest prototype. Fossils. Many fossils. Well, we need to get this stuff processed. Our person is back. So we'll focus in on processing fossils for a little bit here. We can probably still keep digging in the meantime. If we just get backlogged, it doesn't matter. And Chasmo is spread through multiple dig sites, which means we got to put a little bit of legwork in here. Is it worth? I think it's worth this. Unless this one is a 4. Yeah, no, everything's a 5. So we'll just team them up. That's fine. It's more more sabotage threat, but who cares? Let's include. Okay, so contract time. I think revenue is the thing to take here because we're below the 2 stars we used to be at.
Yeah.
Okay, more fossils. Chasmo to 83%. We just slap in a little bit extra. Corythosaurus, sure. Actually, Kamara. We need Kamara. That's what we need. There we go. We do that. The expedition team will be back very shortly. Not that big of a deal with what they bring us because we've got so many other fossils in backlog here, but we can take a quick peek. Might as well. And another death. We're down to 1 Chasmosaurus in the park, unless that was it, in which case we're down to 0. But they're not social, and I forgot that they're not social, so we're actually not under a threat of them ever hurting themselves. They'll never attack the fences or anything. I guess we'll just keep digging at these sites, basically. We're going to have all these dinosaurs in the park. Corythosaurus, Styracosaurus. Like, with the way this difficulty mod is set up, at the point that we're digging anything up, we should just have it in the park. So I think, basically, we'll end up hitting about half of our species roster just from all these early game dinosaurs, which I think tracks. I think that makes sense. Like, park builds tend to snowball a lot after 3 stars or so, or they stall out at like 4.5 and die. So hopefully we'll focus on the early game stuff, get a nice big park, a lot of cheap renewable species, and then we'll snowball out of control and win, and it'll be great. And hopefully all these little early game dinosaurs will allow us to do that. And maybe they won't. Maybe they'll backfire horribly on us. Who knows? Isn't that exciting? So I see like 1 Chasmosaurus fossil here, but that gets us to 92%. So there's probably like 2 in the other dig site or something. That would be my guess. So let's get that processed. Oh, no. We're still waiting on Scholard A. So this was just 1 left over from the last set. Never mind. I'm silly. I'm a silly boy. We got it. The worst case scenario. The gate failure. Ooh, look at this shit, though. Look at this. 1 gate. 1 gate. 1 gate. 2 gates here. The other pen is not occupied, so it doesn't really matter. 1 gate. So the double gates almost universally protected the enclosures. That's fantastic. That's a way better outcome than I was expecting. I suppose it's just a consequence of essentially doubling the number of gates in the park. It means that if half of your gates go down, like, you should have a lot of secure enclosures still. So that is a awesome outcome. You can also repair that gate. So this is a very nice proof of concept for the double gates, like really validating this choice. Good stuff. And Chasmosaurus is once again extinct and missing from the world. Only temporarily, because we're just about to clone him. almost feel like in park builds like this, you should almost have a genome bonus when you capture these guys. Because, like, why would I need to excavate amber to get Chasmosaurus DNA when I have a Chasmosaurus? Just take a blood sample. Like, kinda you should just have the genome, conceptually. There's another corpse. But whatever, it's fine. And there's the next batch of fossils. It does not complete the genome. We got another 5% on Chasmo, so we need to keep looking for that last little bit. Well, we're down to 1 dig site is the lone possibility, so we probably get it here. That's good. Our geneticist is going to need to take a nap. Oh, free. More Struthiomimus. Keep them coming. Where's my hatchery? Struth. Oh, no. Shit. We can do a quick batch, I think, when the fossils are in.
Another objective.
Then we can rest the scientist afterwards, and then should be... Because right now she's got 1 pip left after her current task. So she won't be able to do anything else anyway. Like, she won't be able to process Chasmo fossils and clone Chasmosaurus. So just doing this is fine here. Yeah, because... Or him, sorry, Dar. I couldn't remember who my geneticist is. I think I probably always think my geneticists are female because of Dua. She kind of sets the precedent for the scientists being ladies. Okay, fussy, social, skittish, resilient. That's a good set. That's a really good set of Struthi eggs. Holy shit. Also completes the contract even with death possibilities. I saw the flash of territory problems. Why? Oh, that's the Huango. Sure. I mean, you're actually fine. Your territory decayed somehow. Yeah, they're missing the corner. Whatever, it's fine. Gigants. No, you're fine. Okay, probably the alpha died and the group was temporarily confused. Population 3, it looks like their social limit is 2. So we'd probably sell the last one before it dies. That's fine.
Transportation underway.
Okay, release via airlift. The Struthi's contract will be completed.
Asset collection request received.
Okay. Yeah, you're resting. You're on hand. You're on hand. Nobody can do fossils, so yeah, we just sit and wait. Got precious platinum. There's the last of the Chasmosaurus. Yep, 900%. And then we'll pivot over to working on the Kamara. So we'll just grab whatever and cram it in here with the rest. You do that. Kamarasaurus should have, I think, 3 dig sites we were working on. So there's that one. Oh, it's already basically done. Probably like 1 more fossil or 2 more to get from here. We'll grab you. Get going on that. Yeah, so I think today, especially, just like last episode, we're kind of firmly into pushing dinosaur territory now. Like, a lot of the microing's done with this, especially with this new section of the park built, and it's really just a big push to populate it and make use of it.
Delivery has been completed.
Once we hit 2.5 stars and we unlock feeders and we can do carnivores, that's going to be a really interesting moment of research for me to do, because I'm going to have to figure out which carnivores are actually viable and good. My big inclination would be to grab Baryonyx and Suchomimus as a big endgame goal, because they're a really nice 1-2 combo. But Suchomimus is pretty late in the tree, so we'll leave that as very much like a late game thing. We won't do Baryonyx early. We'll wait. So, Chasmos can be thirsty, and that is all. Let's make sure we grab a set immediately. And yeah, there's not much else we can do while that's happening. I think fence research. Oh no, we've actually completed all of the fence research we can even do. Do I want to try to upgrade these fences? I don't know. Here's the problem. You upgrade the fences, they take more power. I don't know if we can afford that. Certainly not without large power generators. No, we definitely don't upgrade yet. We've also never seen a dinosaur that was flagged orange with a 90% comfort threshold actually attack a fence. So I think the theory about that being a visual glitch is correct. So I don't think we make any changes to accommodate that apparent information the game is trying to give us, because the game is just lying. Fussy docile seems good. Give me these. We're going to do, I think, a second batch right away, because these guys do have the possibility of social, and it'd be nice to get a social one. Also, they're just being much better behaved than the Notosaur eggs. So we're actually getting things out that seem like they're good. Desert biome penalty strikes. We got a social, but it's also thirsty, so the lifespan will be penalized. Second clutch only gets us 1 egg. Unfortunate. Contracts are available. Let's take a peek at that. Yeah, I mean, it's territory.
Mo dinos, mo money.
Jesus,
That's my
25
mo-
Struthiomimus?
Motto.
Christ. Alright. Camarasaurus completed there. Toss whatever else in there. Alright, so we get these 2 hatched, and then we work on Kamara, I guess. We work on Struthi, because we need 25. 1 minute, 9 minutes in the bonus, we can easily do that.
Asset transit.
Alright, the Chasmos are flying over, the other egg is hatching, we're getting the Struthies. That's a lot of Struthies. We only needed like 3. I think we'll reach the point where we really want to like not clone all of them. Social, yes. I mean, these are all resilient ones too. I mean, we could also have deaths, which would be a little unfortunate. Let's do 4. How about that?
Confirming.
Yeah, because we need 3. We try for 4. We make sure we release these before we release that last Chasmosaur. And then we can do Kamara when the fossils are done processing here. Boom, finishes Kamara.
Transportation complete.
Okay, release via airlift Struthies. Four Struths. And then the Chasmo has to wait for that. We'll get the Chasmo delivered and the Kamara's going. Here's what we're looking at for Kamara. Thirsty, large appetite. These are both lifespan reducers. A chance at social. Condition is 7 genetics, so we're still able to do that. With just you. The other Kamara is, of course, being airlifted over. We get you rested. We got a remaining 5 logistics on hand. So let's go dig up something. Anything. We're going to clear out the rest of these northern species. I'm thinking we do Corythosaurus next. Let's focus on that. I don't think I want to send... No, 6 minutes? No, we don't want to send the welfare person. We could go back to do the paras. Let's do the paras. Fuck it. Yeah. Parasaur. We'll do Corytho when we have both logistics people on hand. That should be fine. But then, yeah, let's see what we get for eggs. I mean, it's an egg. It's an acceptable egg. 7 welfare requirement. I also think we need more than 1, if I'm not mistaken. So 7 is met, but on 2 scientists. We don't have a point for them anyway, so we'll use 2 to hatch. That has to be how we do it. Camarasaurus stats. Let's check those. Camarasaurus is just 1 social, so we can hatch this first one. That's fine. We definitely want more, a lot more, but Even one is quite good. Gotta love the absolute terror that is seeing this in your park every time a storm hits. Deeply upsetting. I feel like there's more orange dinosaurs with every storm. Is it just me? It might just be me. I mean, it's probably true because we put in, like, Huangosaurus, technically. Oh, shit. Well, that's a problem I didn't think of. Anytime there is any loss of territory quality, we have a danger condition on our hands. That's deeply concerning. I think the ground leaf requirement was essentially due specifically, let me see that again. Specifically to the gigants, and the gigants are mostly dead now. So that's not a thing. Wait, are they all dead? No. Yeah, wait, we have like way more ground leaf now than we need. Where's the other gigant? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, well, I mean, the next time one of these dies, like, that's kind of it. Well, maybe not, because they're not fussy. Okay. The power outages are a pretty good threat. Oh, he's right there. That's really funny. Very convenient. Very nice. Other damage. Yeah, the other guy can get this. Okay, disease, probably silicosis. Yes. Okay, next. I did want to get a status info over here. 90%, 90%. We're going to be really fucking careful with everything being fussy. Oh, man, I can anticipate fussy driving me up a goddamn wall soon. That's just the slightest issue with territory makes him crack in a storm. Really? During the storm? You're gonna pull that shit? Have they? Have they poisoned the dinosaurs? I guess. Injured surface wounds, surface wounds. Have they though? I think we just got away with a freebie. Alright. I can't help but notice that I think I started this recording session at about $28 million, and I'm still at about $28 million. Quite interesting. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, honestly. But we've definitely made progress, so I guess it's good. I feel like we're supposed to be doing something else here with our scientists. Like getting you. Yeah, let's get a second Kamara. But then we can do fossils afterwards because the second Kamara can be hatched while we'll be taking up those slots for a little while. I think it'll work. We should probably, you know, open the park. Maybe? Huh? Just maybe? Okay, that's still apparently being fixed. Not like it matters, and this is all silicosis and shit, and that doesn't matter. You guys were super happy and having the time of your life. Fantastic. We do need more Dryosaurs still. We have 3 with substantial lifespans, but that is no safety margin. And given what we've seen for how storms work, thirsty, fussy. Okay. We definitely don't want to risk the issue of the park split, of the herd splitting, because if one splits off, all of them will go mad. Whereas if there's 4 and one splits off, only the one will be angry. So we should probably do that pretty soon. Yalamimus dying. No shit. Yeah, old age. Fuck me. That's fine. These dinosaurs are cheap. Like, the only real thing here that's stalling us is literally like the genetics requirements. And the hatchery slots and stuff. Like, we'll be fine. We'll get there. Alright, Camarasaurus. Now, we said we wanted these in the other pen. Because the other pen should have more consistent environmental types. I don't think that's true anymore if I'm going to put Styracosaurus in here. But still, we'll still put it in here. Because we don't want to put it in the other pen. We don't want to take the time to move everything out of the other pen either. So that's what it is. Alright, you get this with you on the backup. Should we do Dryosaurs right now? No, let's just do fossils. Fossils and then Dryosaurs. Assign you. New species appeal bonus. Then we should finish Draco Rex.
Asset transportation under
Low health is inconsequential. Should we see if this produces money? Yeah, it's profitable. It's probably been profitable then. Oh yeah, no, it's actually really profitable. Probably we never actually looked at it with Dryosaurus in the park. 68. 75. You know what? Just do ratings. I don't care. Because I don't want to have to micromanage it. Gourmet steaks. So let's get the other ones in here. Definitely should be ice slushies. That's an easy call. And then just photo booth. So we know this has to be yellow. I mean, if we do formal wear, we could probably swing it like this small thing. Yeah, let's do that. Let's optimize. Ice slushies, I think we keep. Yeah, 68, 68, 66, so that seems good. Okay, there comes the Kamara. That's without the Kamara, actually, so these should probably change. Another Galley dying of old age. When do we need to do Gallimimus? Gallimimus. 14. Okay, they're fine. They're fine for a while. So we got our Kamara egg hatching. We're doing the fossils. We'll do Dryosaurus very shortly. Try and get at least one more Dryosaurus in the park. I would like to do more Chunkingosaurus. You, Mr. Camarasaurus, you know what? You blend right into this desert. You look like you belong here. Tall leaf, tall nut. Not that much of either, honestly. I think I'm a liar. I think it's just the proportionalities being the way they are. It makes it seem like it doesn't take that much of either. But it actually does.
Known as the chambered lizard, the Camarasaurus impresses with both its size and its blunt snout. It prefers to live in groups, a challenge, but one I'm confident you can handle.
Prefers to live in groups. That's actually not fucking true. It's got the wow, words are hard. It's got the social gene. I can do my words without slurring. But it doesn't have a minimum social requirement. So I don't think I agree with Dua's assessment. It's not as off base as it could be. At least it's not factually inaccurate. Galmimus? No, that's a Struth.
Picking up asset.
Okay, we're dealing with a veritable tidal wave of death. Nothing we haven't encountered before, of course. Fussy vulnerable, fussy thirsty, fussy
Death is
tolerant.
inevitable for all creatures.
Fussy vulnerable thirsty. You know what?
But we
2 is
lose
good.
More with a dinosaur.
2 is nice.
Science, and in our investment,
Doc.
the loss is incalculable.
Oh no, I'd resize the window. Yet more fossils. Let's get Dracorexes pushed out next. 82 and 18 is completed. Throw in a Para Amber or Corytho Amber. Corytho. You can do that. Everybody else needs to take a nap. So we can't hatch the Dryos until the other person is back. We can do an expedition if something valid is here. I'm seeing Dilo. I'm seeing Nasudo. I have no intent of ever having either dinosaur in the park. Pentro. Listro. I don't think we're having those either. Listro is potentially viable as something you would kind of just plug into any pen. Problem is it doesn't cohab with anything directly. It's which means you can't have a really expansive pen with a bunch of different species. It has to be only 2 other species plus Lystrosaurus, basically, right? They might like sauropods or something. No, they just don't like anything. No likes. None. Which means you put Lystrosaurus in the pen with 2 dinosaurs. 2 other species. And that's kind of rubbish. Kind of bad. Alright, here's the second Kamara being delivered. We'll check the comfort settings for him. Her. It.
Asset transportation complete.
Tall leaf, tall nut. Need a little bit more, but its territory doesn't exist yet, so yeah. Tall leaf, ground leaf. Tall leaf, tall fruit. Tall nut, ground nut. We definitely need ground leaf. So we definitely do want this brush specifically. Yep, there's their grove. 2 Kamaras. Happy as clams. Maybe. Okay. I do probably want another 2 or 3 more or something. I guess the big thing would be if they cluster up too much, and then the territory decays away from like one lobe or the other, there might be a limit. Yeah, at least this one we can just queue up. Apparently our scientists are done. I missed that. Let's get these Dryos hatched. And then, do we have Draco ready? Yes, so let's get Dracorexes. Oh, that's a 2. Oh, that's fun. Okay. And then we can do a batch of fossils with the main geneticist. Perfect! Look at that. Perfectly clearing out our back inventory. And then they'll rest, and we'll have the Dracos hatch, and everything will be fantastic. I am curious. Power usage 24, 24, 24, 24. Yeah! So these sabotages don't just shut off the station. They reduce it by some amount. That's an important distinction, because the park doesn't go completely dark.
Asset to be collected.
I always thought they cut completely, but I realized last time it happened that a bunch of stuff was still powered. Now I know why.
Assets in the air.
Contract time. It is not clone Struthio minuses. Amazing. Park appeal or photography. We'll do photography. Any dinosaur drinking. That is a good ass contract. Ranger team 3. I'll grab you. We'll just charge in over here and go to camera mode and see if we can just find anybody doing it. And we're done.
Asset being transported.
Piece of cake. Bunch of money for a picture. A nice, easy dinosaur release. So the Dryos are on the way.
I have it on good authority that you've wrapped up your latest objective. Way to stay on task.
3 Draco Rexes in this clutch. Good stuff. Should work. That should be enough, I think, to start with, at least. Oh, man. I'm starting to debate if we should have more scientists and more hatcheries, or if it's not worth it. Because, like, there's so many dinosaurs I want to clone and get out in the park, and we're not doing it. But conversely, if we put out more hatcheries, we get more scientists, then...
Transit has
Oh,
commenced.
shit. Then we're, increasing our financial footprint by quite a bit. So it might not be worth it if we start bleeding money. Like, if we go broke, and we have to wait, then we've achieved nothing.
Asset has been transported.
Okay, well, they just shifted anyway. So that's fine. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to optimize this beyond what it is.
Delivery complete.
For yellow, at least. So let's ignore all of that. It's totally fine. Alright, Draco Rex. These go in with the Kamaras.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Another death of a Gallimimus.
Asset requiring
These guys should have a margin still, right? Yeah, 12 versus like 6 or 7 base. So that's fine. Let's do another round of Dracos. They're small, they're cheap, they're easy to get out. They don't take our geneticist away from important other work. Oh, but they do take that guy away. You know what? Actually, we'll do this. Because we want to work on another species probably here. Yeah.
asset has been collected.
So we'd like to get Paras in the park, Corythosaurus, Styraco. We've got good progress on all of these.
Asset in
And
transit.
my fuel. Okay, Dracos are on the way. We should get status checks on stuff here too.
Asset transportation in progress.
These pens are underpopulated, which is, I think, the biggest problem here with the status checking not getting done properly. That was really weird. The whole thing just suddenly flashing into not shadow. They need quite a bit of ground leaf. We might need some standard ground leaf in here.
Delivery has been completed.
Oh no, they'll be fine. We just needed their footprint to update to... Yeah, like the amount of additional territory covered by additional members of the herd more than makes up for the missing territory. And we have social kicking in, which is also fantastic. Tuberculosis, that'll be dealt with. We need to worry about it. More eggs. Fussy social docile, fussy social, fussy social, fussy docile, fussy social, fussy, and fussy. Sick as fuck. Yes. Give me that shit. Ha. Okay, next. Nothing else is quite ready to go. Let's try Notosaurus. I think basically the Notosaurus is a good filler thing while we're waiting.
This next objective is important. Treat it as such.
Fucking, it's another 100K.
More dinosaurs means more potential problems we have to keep an eye on.
Like, the disease one's free too, but... Oh, total population. Oh, I didn't... Okay, that was absolutely good, because we're hatching 7 Dracorexes right now. I was thinking that was the Struthy contract. I didn't even pay close enough attention. I got rused again. Guessed food poisoning. Cares. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, Poison their food deliberately. Well, that's really fucking dumb of you, isn't it? To poison your own food deliberately? That's some, like, toddler bullshit. I'm gonna make my parents pay by hurting myself. Then they'll feel bad for me. Okay, medical team on the way for tuberculosis. We should grab the other medical team. Because we cannot trust... Oh, wait, they're both coming in. Why do we only have one before? You know what? Don't question it. Game weird. Game very weird.
Okay, good job. Let's keep our heads down and keep on like
Damn.
this.
That egg. Let's check fossils first.
Commencing asset transit.
Toro, paras that don't do enough, so let's not worry about it. Styrak, Corytho. Yeah, finish up the Corytho then. And we'll keep fishing for Notosaurus here in the meantime. Or do we want to do another Kamara? Do the Kamara. Notosaurus is low value. As long as we got one in the park, we don't really care. A little worried about these guys roaming a little far from their food. In theory, they do need to eat, so they should head back. Actually, that looks like it might be what's already happening. Fine. Can't help but notice this. Back up. Oh, look at him divvy up the work. Impressive.
Asset transportation underway.
Okay. Draco's on the way. Kamara's in 6 seconds.
Asset
What?
transportation in progress.
Huh? Okay.
Asset delivered.
We get sabotage anyway, so yeah. Absolutely we do that. So, we need our dig team back to hatch that egg. So once these Dracos are out, we should have done the Notosaurus then actually. It was a mistake to do the Kamara first, because it's just sitting there doing nothing now.
Asset to be collected.
Which doesn't achieve anything. At base, at base. You still need to reboot. Because again, you have to do the repair before you can do the reboot. Which is obnoxious because you can't queue them up. But it's fine. It'll get fixed. It is getting fixed. Six and 1.
Asset
Fossils. Cephalopod. I need a good cephalopod fossil for my collection. I feel like I've said this before, but I don't have a good cephalopod. It's also the kind of common fossil where I need to find it for myself. I can't be gifted it. I can't buy it. It's a common enough thing that I need to discover it in the actual environment. That's the only way it'll bring me joy. The only way I can fix this hollow feeling in my heart. Parasaur.
delivery confirmed.
So, fossils should finish Corytho, I think. Did it finish Corytho? Got it, right? Yeah. So then we get those. The Kamara's coming over soon. And then, yeah, Corytho's basically ready to go whenever. We need to check on the Dracos that are being delivered.
Asset has been collected.
Probably spin through the shops at some point, too. Also, I can't help but notice the corpsiness of the park. Okay, I mean, they're fine. We got a galley and a Struthi. Oh, that's already queued up to be... Yeah. But this one isn't. I'm sorry. How sprawled out was that guy? I can't... Chicken legs. Yeah, kind of just like a dead-ass chicken flopped on the ground. Look at all these chickens. Okay, we got a nice deserty Dracorex, Death Valley Rana. That's the pattern. Makes sense. Is everything like Death Valley because it's Death Valley that we live in? No, because the Paras are Yukon and these are Mangrove. No, the base skins are just the base skins. We just selected shit that's Death Valley a few times. By coincidence. Corythosaurus. Thirsty is pretty bad, but we'll make do. Farm Corythosaurs make do. 2 viable Corythosaur eggs. I don't think that meets the social requirement. We can do a second wave after the Kamara's hatched, but then try to get those out and see if it'll work. Size of the largest territory. Yeah. 22 Struthiomimus. Yeah, okay. So that derails the whole notion of doing the
More space
next set of
develop,
Corythosaurs.
more dinosaurs
We
will
can
need to
still
keep things
hatch these guys.
Interesting.
We need to rest you anyway, so that's fine. The expedition will be completed, and then we can do the synth. It's back in just a few seconds anyway, 15 seconds. So that works fine. Yeah, we'll put a pin in the Corythosaurs maybe till next episode or something. We'll see how it works out here. And that's para finished. Which is, that's it for fossils we're working on right now, I think, entirely. Yeah, so we get the populations we want in the park established, we evaluate the situation. Oh no, we still need Styrac. Yeah, I forgot about Styracosaurus. Oh, that's fine. That can wait. We're backlogged by 2 Hadrosaurs now, so the we don't need to rush down Styracos at all. We need 3, so let's hatch 4 if we can. Fussy, skittish, resilient. Fussy, resilient, fit. Fussy, resilient. Fussy, skittish, resilient. Yeah, we could hatch the ones that are going to die as a strategy to control the size of the population for these contracts. But at that point, we might as well just sell them anyway to keep the population low. So I think we take the ones that do have a decent lifespan because they are still dinosaur appeal in the park. Even if it's not much, you know, it brings in a few extra bucks in the shops or something. 2.3 stars, that might be a new height value. We should be rocketing up here to 2.5, I think, pretty well. Not rocketing, but relatively speaking. I mean, this Camarasaurus isn't even on the ground yet. Tricos are good.
Asset has been transported.
Okay, we're still good there. We don't have any social yet, do we? Just 3 fussies. Now a guest protest is going to tank things anyway. No, there's our Corythosaurs. So let's pop back over here. We should probably wrap this episode up pretty soon, but whatever. I thought I released these. Clearly I did. I'm just remembering but one of the many other waves we released. We don't want to release these until we get another wave of Corythosaurs, of course. Anybody else need a rest? I think so, right? Oh yeah, both of them do. Okay, which means when the resting is completed, we can do the cloning. Yeah, okay. So Geneticist does another wave of Corythosaurus. Other guys can go dig up the remaining Styracosaurus. We can process fossils for the Paras after the Corythosaurs are set up and get some more value rather than just process the handful of fossils we do have. So maybe we'll try to get this Corythosaurus herd done and then we'll end for the day. But if we get like a storm or something, I'm just going to wrap it up, I think. Well, all right then. We had a clutch of Corythosaurs with like 2 or 3 eggs. That was all garbage. We omeleted them. It's fine. This next clutch has 4, and that's pretty high tier. Did we... I don't remember if any of these were social or anything. We could release the 4 first to establish proper dominance. Or establish a proper herd, not dominance, I mean. But I don't think that matters. Let's check the genes. Sorry, it takes me so long to navigate to a Corthosaurus page. Corthosaurus do have 25% social, so maybe we did have a social one. Could be possible. Alright, well, let's release these. 2 should be enough that they don't hate each other. Or hate us. I mean, they might hate each other. And we're going to put these in here, right? Yes. Contracts are available again, apparently. That's pretty good, too. That I feel like we just did that. Increase the size of the largest territory. Yeah, I mean, it's $1 million every fucking time.
More dinosaurs means more potential problems.
It's
we
a
have to
good
keep an eye on.
contract.
Vigilance is the name of the game.
Vigilance. I hate the way you say vigilance. It bothers me. I think we still have enough galleys to not worry about things. Look, what is the margin on these guys? It's still good. We can still dump like another 10 Struthies in here and it don't matter. I'm sorry, was your neck completely broken? Looking at a helicopter? It's not totally like broken. He's just craning his way up. That's not broken. He's fine. He's a fine little dude. If you can't tell, this is the last episode I've recorded in the night. Same night as the previous 2, which is why I'm so loopy. Right? You get loopy when you do your last video, and you're a perfectly regular person when you do your first. Yeah, you do this. Then we do Styrac. Wait, I just need the one boy for Styrac.
Asset transportation.
Why do I think I needed both of the boys? I think we just hatch all 3 of these. They're all good anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Asset transportation in progress. En route to pick up the asset. En route to collect the asset.
Alright, Corthosaurus. That looks like film canon Cortho to me. Death Valley Rana seems right. It's not a flawless rendition of the JP3 Corthosaurus, but it's certainly fine. Okay, we did have social. It's a good thing we released this one first then. Food, they need fiber. We have no fiber in here, I don't think. Just do one of these. The big old patch of fiber, and how about another big old patch of fiber? There's weird circular patches of fiber. Seems like a thing to do.
Assets in the air.
It's like you ever fly over like a western U.S. desert, and you can see like farming crop circles, like these big like irrigated circular fields from the air in the middle of the desert. Shit's wild.
Commencing asset transit.
Fucking protesters. Fucking protesters. Alright, well these guys will be good to go. Oh yeah, now they got 1 billion fibers all over the place. Cool. I feel like Diplo is not a crazy environmental territory dude, and plus they might be antisocial, so we might not even want a lot of Diplos in the pen. So I think it should be fine. Having like a really mixed veg pen there in the one case. Oh, these Struthies are backlogged, huh? That's a little unfortunate. We're running the risk of death.
Asset transportation underway.
Well, oh, shit. Do I want to deal with this? Not really. Alright, why don't we wrap it up here? We'll open up with the storm next time. Let's get the shelters open so I remember what's happening. Yeah, that'll be it for today. At least we got the Corithos out.